there are just so many memories through the years. I grew up here. I was at Jim Palmer's first win. I was here when Frank Robinson hit it out of Memorial Stadium. I was here for the World Series. There are just so many memories. I mean, we have 2 World Series trophies. The reason we don't have a 66 trophy is because they didn't start giving them out until 1967. So we missed out on one.
So you mentioned Jim Palmer's first game. Of course, we're celebrating another pitching feat today in the fact that John Means gets to see Seattle again, which, of course, he's the most recent no-hitter for the Orioles. They also had that American League East title. What is it about this young team that you think is going to be a lasting impression?
Wow, they play together. They're such a good group of guys. I was last year talking with a lot of the guys from the '83 team. They remind them so much of themselves. They all go out together. They band together. You've got a few veterans sprinkled in with a lot of young guys, which is kind of the opposite of what the '83 team was. But the fact that they all get along so well, from 1 through 26, that's the biggest part to me. Every team has that guy that every company you work for has that person you don't want to be around. You can't find that person on this team. They all want to be all for one and one for all.
Of course, you were not only busy at work with multiple things this offseason, but the annual picking who goes into that Orioles Hall of Fame. We've now seen that those names are out there. Nick Markakis, of course, is one of the headliners for it. What does that mean to you, though, to put together this special group of guys every year who, if we're being honest, they could probably all be in it?
We've got a backlog now. We're going to be doing some Hall of Fames. We've kind of spread it out for a few years because we had, quite honestly, a dearth of candidates. But we're in a stretch now where we're going to be doing Hall of Fames for several years. So it's good to see. We've got a lot of worthy candidates. We may have to change our voting procedures to allow more people in. So,
if you looked ahead at this current clubhouse, who would be your pick right now on that ballot?
Wow. Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman, John Means makes a case for himself. Kyle Bradish, given a couple more years. I mean, there's a number of guys. Jordan Westburg. I mean, they have to sustain it for a while, but there's a lot of good candidates that appear to be on the horizon for this team.
Well, again, so much to celebrate here. 70 years of Orioles magic. Be sure to go to Orioles.com, by the way. Bill Stetka, again, has chronicled the last 70 years, decade by decade. You don't want to miss it. It's some of the best stuff, the best parts of Orioles baseball. Bill, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Melanie.